That's his son.
You think that's his son?
Yeah. First of all, Jay-Z offered them money. At first, he offered them bread, like, and everything, but his aunt didn't, like, approve of it. She said, no, Jay-Z got a lien on her house, all type of shit that was going on. Yeah, the lady put up paperwork and everything with his name on it and all that. I mean, but Young Boy's so thorough, though, he just wanted dad. I mean, but something happened to him, and I was like, yo, that sounds kind of weird. He said he was coming out from work, going to work, and there was a gun in his car. Like, when he opened the door, he seen the gun. He said he went to go, like, call his man, like, yo, did you leave a gun in my car? His man's like, no. He said, why you on the phone talking to his man? The cops pull up and lock him up. He said, he told the cops, no, that's not my gun. He's like, so he went in the building he was in, and they seen that somebody pulled up and put the guns in his car.
Oh.
And pulled off. I said, bro, I don't know nobody in the hood that got guns to just waste like that to do that. I don't know what. He's like, yeah, so like Jay-Z had a gag order against him, like trying to get a gag order and try to. And my thing is, if this not my son, I'll just take a test, get over with.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you dodged it and whatever, to me, I don't know. I think his mom was underage or something when he was born, so I think that's probably.
Oh.
Has Ramier Satterthwaite finally gotten Jay-Z to admit he's his biological father? After 10 years of Jay-Z dodging every possible route to avoid taking a paternity test, the court has finally stepped in and ordered him to take the DNA test once and for all.
I believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father.
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, this can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, it's not fair.
And let me tell y'all, these results had the Carter household in a chokehold because Jay-Z's past might finally be catching up to him. The DNA test allegedly confirmed what Ramier has been claiming for decades, that he's Jay-Z's firstborn. Son, now people are slamming Jay-Z for putting Ramier through years of emotional turmoil, and Mathew Knowles is reportedly letting Jay-Z know just how badly he fumbled this situation. But this isn't just some simple father-son drama. Every time Jay-Z ends up in a mess, Beyonce somehow gets dragged into it too. Mathew's not here for it. He's tired of Jay-Z continuing to embarrass his daughter and dragging her into problems that aren't her fault and that she has no business being involved in. At this point, it looks like there's no more running for Jay-Z. For the first time ever, Ramier Satterthwaite scored a major breakthrough in his decades-long case. Word is, the court finally let the case proceed and ordered Jay-Z to provide DNA samples to settle the issue once and for all. If you've been following this story even a little, you know this moment has been a long time coming. For years it seemed like it would never happen because Jay-Z has the money and power to delay this forever without giving Ramier what he's been fighting for and rightfully deserves.
And over the years, even till I was grown, he never tried to contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking is, like, because I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really, why are you, what is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with.
The first time we heard about Ramier was back in 2010 when he filed a paternity suit against Jay-Z. This came just 2 years after Jay-Z married Beyonce, and from the start, Ramier's attempts to move the case forward were blocked at every turn. Pennsylvania courts dismissed the case, citing his age was already 18 when the suit was filed. From there, Ramier took the case to New Jersey. But Jay-Z's legal team argued that he had no personal or professional ties to the state, so there was no reason he should be required to take a DNA test there. The judge sided with Jay-Z and threw the case out. Still, Ramier's legal team appealed. They presented tax records that listed a Sean Carter with documented connections to New Jersey. But Jay-Z's lawyers pushed back hard, saying there was no concrete proof that the Sean Carter on those documents was actually Jay-Z. That tiny technicality was enough to get the case tossed out again. Even so, Ramier didn't give up. He began revealing personal, painful details to explain why he believes Jay-Z is his father. According to Ramier, his mother was just 16 when she met and began dating Jay-Z, who was 22 at the time. By the time Ramier was born in 1993, she and Jay-Z had lost contact, and she had reunited with her high school boyfriend, Robert Graves. She listed Robert as Ramier's father on the birth certificate, thinking it was the best option at the time. But later, she confessed to Ramier that Jay-Z was actually his biological father. A DNA test later confirmed that Robert Graves was not the father when it came time for Jay-Z to take the test, though he did everything in his power to avoid it finding every possible loophole to dodge handing over his DNA.
Wait, Beyonce, I feel like, right now I feel like I got a bigger fight. This is part of my life, so I won't stop fighting for, the paternity or anything else. Whatever I put my mind to, I fully go. I was hoping that it wasn't true, but if it is, honestly, you cannot do things like that. You will get what you deserve. I don't know what them guys was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking, if it's true,
Ramier's case got so public that both the NAACP and the ACLU stepped in to fight on his behalf. Then in 2014, he filed the suit again, but it was dismissed just as quickly because he still couldn't prove that the Sean Carter mentioned in his documents was actually J-C.Now. He's taken the matter all the way to the New Jersey Supreme Court, which has finally ordered Jay-Z to take the paternity test. Reaching this point is a huge win for Ramier. Ever since he first came forward, the internet has been brutal, accusing him of chasing clout or trying to squeeze money out of a celebrity. But if you've ever listened to him speak, it's clear he's never cared about the money, the fame, or the attention. All he's ever wanted is the truth about who his father is. Pursuing this case hasn't been easy. Ramier says he's faced constant intimidation and harassment from Jay-Z's camp. At one point, he even discovered a gun planted in his car. While he was still trying to figure out how it got there, police pulled up and started questioning him. According to Ramier, he could have been arrested if it weren't for surveillance footage showing someone else placing the weapon in his vehicle. So no, this has never been about the money. For Ramier, it's about closure. It's about getting answers. And until he does, it's always going to feel like something in his life is unfinished.
And get fair due process. They just been, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a judge, so I can't get in there and actually know fully what's going on. I'm only there to, say what I believe in, and you guys can put me on the lie detector test, anything else you want me to do. I always been here to stand on the truth. I told them if it was wrong, I'm a man, I can apologize, but for me to go in there and ask for fair due process and not get it, and they just throw you all around like you're a rag doll, I just find that to be crazy, and I really think we need to change that. Like, it's craziness. I'm not asking for nothing. I always been on here. I wasn't never asking for nothing. People can say what they want. As I said, I work, I'm doing great. I gotta take care of my kids. Like, I'm driving a nice car, I'm getting nice income. So it's not like I never been here asking for nothing or trying to get 15 minutes of fame. So people just gotta realize that these court systems and these people that's out here and controlling these people that's in the court systems, we need to change it, because if we can't go and get fair due process, what are we all paying taxes and all this for?
Now that the law finally seems to be on Ramier's side, he's just relieved that this whole battle might finally be coming to an end. But you know who's not relieved? Mathew Knowles. Word is, he's getting increasingly frustrated with Jay-Z's past creeping back into the spotlight, not just for Beyonce's sake, but for the damage it's doing to their family image. From the cheating scandals to Jay-Z's alleged ties to Diddy, and now this, it's always Beyonce who ends up caught in the middle, and never in a good way. If these DNA results confirm that Jay-Z really is Ramier's father, and that he had a relationship with Ramier's mother while she was still a minor, the fallout could be massive. This wouldn't just stain Jay-Z's name, it could wreck the Carter legacy. Everything they built could be torn down. That's why, behind the scenes, Jay-Z is reportedly doing everything he can to keep that door shut and protect the family. He actually acknowledges, but it looks like Jay-Z might finally be feeling the pressure. For the first time since all this began, he responded directly to Ramier's claims. Jay called the lawsuit the latest chapter in what he's describing as a decades-long harassment campaign. he said the allegations have already been reviewed and dismissed by multiple courts. Yet Ramier continues to press on and speak to anyone willing to listen. His legal team also clapped back at Ramier's claims of intimidation, calling them flat-out lies. According to them, they once reached out to Ramier's guardian to discuss a meeting, but were met with hostility and communication broke down after that. Still, let's be real, if Jay-Z was truly confident that Ramier isn't his son, why not just take the test and end this once and for all? The fact that he's let this drag on for over a decade raises eyebrows. A lot of people online are saying the same thing, it's giving guilty. And honestly, I feel for Ramier. Having to beg someone for over a decade just to take a DNA test is heartbreaking. I hope he's got solid legal support behind him, because going up against someone with Jay-Z's power and money isn't easy. It's wild how far some people can allegedly go to manipulate the legal system. Enough is enough. Take the test, and look if it turns out Jay-Z really is Ramier's father, and he ignored this kid all these years. That's not just disappointing. That's straight up shameful. Jay-Z wouldn't be the man people think he is. Because real men don't run from their children. Period. At this point, it almost feels like Jay-Z can't claim Ramier even if he wanted to, because if the allegations about Ramier's mom being a minor turn out to be true, that opens a whole other can of worms. And maybe that's why he's been dodging the test for so long. I hope Ramier gets the justice and closure he deserves. But what do y'all think? Could Jay-Z really be his father? Have you ever looked at a side-by-side picture of them? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because this drama is far from over. Catch you in the next one. Bye, besties.